Hi everyone, my name is Aziza. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so if you're new here, hi. I am a 32-year-old mom and I have a 4-year-old son, and I'm currently pregnant with baby number 2. Yes, I said it. I am so excited to be documenting my new journey with you guys. I didn't get to do this when I was pregnant with my firstborn, and I highly regretted it. I have been watching a lot of moms on YouTube who are doing the same as well, and I've learned so much from them, and I find them very, very insightful. And I wanted to do the same with you guys as well. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my early pregnancy symptoms before my big fat positive. Just wanted to give you a slight idea. I got my big fat positive at 3 weeks and 6 days. I tested early. I couldn't wait. I just knew I had to test because I felt different this time around. To give you guys also some additional context, my husband and I have been trying for baby number 2 for 8 months. In the last month, I decided to stop looking at my tracker because I was getting very obsessive with it, to the point of getting depressed on some months because I wasn't pregnant then. But I told myself I'm just going to let it all go, let it go to the hands of God, and it will all happen in His timing. And look where we are now today. I'm feeling very, very blessed, feeling very, very happy, but at the same time, I am also very nervous and worried because it is still very early on. How many times can I say very in a video or in a sentence? I also just wanted to also let you guys know that you're probably not going to be watching this in real time because I am going to be holding off in sharing the news until I am further along, but I still want to document my journey, and I hope you guys are in on the ride with me. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I have my trusted phone here. I am going to be looking at my notes that I wrote on the Ovia app. So starting with my early pregnancy symptoms 0 to 3 weeks before my big fat positive. I actually didn't really feel any different or feel pregnant, but there were a few symptoms that made me think twice. So the first few symptoms that I felt between 0 to 3 weeks is I felt some consistent cramping. So cramping is pretty normal with PMS as well, but what I thought was different this time around is that my cramping started way earlier. Usually my cramping would start 3 to 4 days before my period starts, but this one it started like a week or 2 weeks in advance. So I thought that that was weird. I also felt some, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a bubble feeling in my uterus, and it would just stay on the left side of my uterus, accompanied by the cramping feeling. The second symptom I felt was feverish. I started getting fever or feeling feverish the first 2 weeks, I would say. Granted, I was working a lot, but at the same time, I was making sure that I drank a lot of Emergency. I haven't really gone out, obviously, because it is COVID right now, but I did get a feverish feeling. I thought I was getting sick, but no. After that, I started feeling bloated, like a lot of bloated, gassy, constipation, or actually not constipation, but indigestion in my stomach, accompanied by the cramps. I also felt fatigue on some days, even though it's not the fatigue that you would normally have at 7 or 8 weeks or 8 to 9 weeks. But I was very, very tired on some days, and that was one of the symptoms that kind of gave it away for me, was the exhaustion. I remember some nights when I wrap up work, since we're working from home now, when I'm done wrapping up work, I'll just go to my living room and just sit on the couch, and I have fallen asleep there a couple of times. So that was really, really weird and strange. The other symptom that I thought was also very strange is that I started having some weird cravings. I mean, it's not intense cravings, but I was at the grocery store with my mom one weekend, and I saw a wall of ranch dip, and I'm not the kind of person to buy ranch dip usually on grocery shopping trips. I only buy it when we have friends coming over. But as soon as I saw the ranch dip, like my mouth just like salivated, and I was like, I knew I had to have it. So I got some ranch dip and chips, and I was very happy. And then the other symptom that was also strange was the tender breasts and soreness. This one I definitely feel my breasts sort of like stretching. And this was a little bit later. I would say like it started forming or started coming at like week 3, 10 or 11 days DPO. I remember that it was so sore to the point that one night I actually dreamt that my boobs were filling up with milk, and that my son, my 4-year-old son, was actually breastfeeding from it, and gave me some sort of relief. But it was really weird because he's 4 and he doesn't drink from my boobs anymore. With that said, weird dreams is another symptom that I had, weird or vivid dreams, and sometimes I'll wake up thinking like, what in the world did I just dream about last night? It was crazy. The last 2 symptoms here is something that I also thought was, I want to say like a giveaway, but the second to last one was my hormones. I was very hormonal and I was very emotional. I remember I would just kind of like think about like the future. Sometimes I'll have like these deep thoughts, and then I start getting really emotional and start crying. And the last symptom, which I thought was a giveaway, was that I felt very, very nauseous with no vomiting. And the nausea was actually the symptom that made me go and purchase a pregnancy kit. It was the kind of nausea that was constant, and it stayed in the back of my throat, and it comes and goes, but it's there. And I had a slight food aversion as well. If I think about something, if it didn't sound good, like I felt like I needed to, like I was gonna get sick. So yeah, that's basically my 0 to 3 week symptoms. After that nausea feeling, I did purchase a pregnancy kit. I found out that I was pregnant, and then into the 4th week, I still have those same symptoms kind of prolonged into the 4th week. Again, emotional, on and off nausea, this time a little bit more intense, increased sense of smell. I remember my husband was heating up salmon in the microwave, and I love seafood, but I could smell it really, really strongly from all the way here in the front of the house. I had terrible indigestion and heartburn, which is new for me because with my first pregnancy, I never had that symptom as much. I have a lot of cramping. Some of them actually hurt. So this one made me a little bit worried a little bit because I don't know why they're hurting. Again, the vivid dreams are still ongoing, and I have an increased appetite, which also is a new thing for me because with my first pregnancy, I didn't really have an increased appetite, but my stomach, I noticed, was starting to rumble more frequently in between meals. So yes, I also realized that I was getting to be a little bit more forgetful, so like mommy brain. I don't know if that's even true or not, or if it can happen this time, but it did happen to me. And I was also seeing some blotting in my underwear. So I don't know what that means. I was freaked out a little bit because, you know, is that even normal? But I have seen some videos and did some reading, and people say that spotting or blotting is normal in like the early weeks of pregnancy. The last symptom that is so uncomfortable for me in my first 4 weeks is hot flashes. I have been so hot, which is very, very abnormal for me because I'm the kind of person that wears a sweater all the time, even though it's 90 degrees outside. I'm hot, but I'm still wearing a sweater right now, but the increased hot flashes or the hot flashes were just unbearable. I actually didn't even think that I had hot flashes until I Googled symptoms, and I noticed that, wow, that's me. I'm having hot flashes. So yeah, that's basically all of the symptoms I felt between weeks 0 and 4. If you guys are experiencing the same symptoms, do leave a comment and let me know if you're pregnant or if you're trying to get pregnant, when you're due and when you are going to start trying. So with that all said, that is going to wrap up the video for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are, and catch you in the next video.